Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever stood up from your favorite chair only to feel like your legs might not hold you up anymore? Maybe you needed both hands to push yourself up. Maybe your knees trembled a little. Or maybe you almost fell. And the worst part? You brushed it off. You told yourself it's just age. But here's the truth, it's not just aging. What you're feeling may be the earliest signs of something called sarcopenia, a silent, devastating muscle loss that affects nearly 1 out of every 3 Americans over 60. According to the National Institute on Aging, over 30% of seniors will experience significant muscle loss, often without realizing it, until it's too late. That means walkers, wheelchairs, and not being able to get out of bed without help. And no, this isn't just about strength. This is about your independence, your freedom to walk, to live on your own terms. If you've ever experienced weak legs, leg cramps at night, or felt scared of falling, leave a comment below with the number 1. If not, comment 0. I'm listening. Your story matters. And if what I'm about to share touches something inside you, please hit subscribe and ring the bell. We're about to change how you think about aging, starting today. Number 1, what you thought was just aging could be a dangerous condition. Let me introduce you to someone. David, 67, lives just outside of Houston, Texas. He's not overweight. He doesn't smoke. He walks to the mailbox every morning. He thought he was doing fine until the day he slipped trying to get the newspaper. That day he realized he couldn't trust his legs anymore. But here's what shocked him. The fall didn't come from clumsiness. It came from something he'd never heard of: sarcopenia. Sarcopenia isn't some rare disease. It's the age-related loss of muscle mass, strength, and function. And it starts silently. You won't feel pain. You won't get a fever. You just start doing less. You sit longer. You take fewer steps. And your muscles quietly waste away. According to Harvard Medical School, adults lose as much as 1% of muscle mass per year after the age of 50. That may not sound like much, but by the time you hit 70, you could have lost 1/5 of your strength. Let me repeat that. 20% of your strength gone. And here's what makes it worse. Most people confuse it with normal aging. They say, I'm just slowing down. But that thinking, that's exactly what allows sarcopenia to win. The truth is, you don't have to lose your muscles just because you're getting older. Muscle loss is not inevitable. It's preventable and in many cases reversible, but only if you recognize the signs. So what should you watch for? Struggling to climb stairs. Trouble getting up from the toilet without using your hands. Feeling wobbly when reaching for something overhead. Leg cramps at night. Loss of appetite, especially for protein-rich foods. If any of that sounds familiar, I want you to do one thing. Write it in the comments, even just a few words. Say, yes, I struggle with stairs, or I feel my legs getting weaker. Your comment might help someone else realize they're not alone. And if you've ever thought, it's too late for me, let me say this. I've treated patients well into their 80s who regained strength, balance, and confidence. But it all starts with one thing: understanding the enemy. And sarcopenia is one of the most underestimated enemies of senior health in America. So ask yourself, are you living or slowly surrendering your strength day after day? Stick with me, because in the next part, I'll show you the most common mistakes that actually accelerate muscle loss and how you can stop them before it's too late. Number 2, 5 hidden mistakes that secretly accelerate muscle loss after 60. Now that you understand what sarcopenia is, it's time to face the hard truth. Most people are making it worse every single day without even knowing. Let me say it loud and clear. Muscle loss isn't just from aging. It's from bad habits. Habits that seem small, harmless. But over time, they chip away at your strength like rust on a steel bridge. Let's go through the 5 hidden mistakes that are silently stealing your strength. Mistake number 1, skipping breakfast or eating the wrong one. Breakfast isn't just a meal, it's the switch that turns on your metabolism. And if you skip it, your body stays in a catabolic state longer, meaning it keeps breaking down muscle instead of building it. Worse, most seniors who do eat breakfast go for quick carbs: toast, sugary cereal, or juice. But did you know? According to the Mayo Clinic, a high-carb, low-protein breakfast can trigger insulin spikes and reduce muscle protein synthesis for the rest of the day. That's right. That innocent slice of white toast, it could be putting your body in a muscle-burning mode by 8 a.m. Mistake number 2, not getting enough protein, especially in the morning. You've probably heard eat your protein. But here's the problem. Most Americans over 60 eat less than half the recommended protein in the morning. When the body needs it most, the National Academy of Medicine recommends at least zero point 0.6 grams of protein per pound of body weight per day. So if you weigh 150 pounds, that's at least 90 grams a day, ideally split across 3 meals. But if you load all your protein at dinner and eat almost none for breakfast, your body can't use it effectively. Think of protein like bricks. You can't build a wall by dumping all the bricks in one pile at the end of the day. Mistake number 3, too much sitting and not enough moving. Muscle is a use it or lose it system. When you sit for hours, watching TV, reading, or scrolling through your phone, your legs send a powerful signal to the body. We're not needed anymore. According to Harvard Health, sitting more than 8 hours a day without movement is linked to up to 50% greater risk of physical disability after age 65. Even short breaks, standing up every 30 minutes, walking in place, can reverse that signal. Are you spending most of your day sitting? How many hours do you move each day, truly? Be honest, and if the answer makes you uncomfortable, that's a good thing. That's the spark of awareness. Mistake number 4, ignoring hydration, especially muscle water loss. Muscles aren't just made of protein, they're over 75% water. And as you age, your thirst signal weakens, meaning you could be chronically dehydrated and not even realize it. Dehydrated muscles are weaker, more prone to cramping, and more likely to break down under stress. The CDC recommends older adults drink at least 2.7 liters per day for women and 3.7 liters for men. That's about 91 ounces and 125 ounces, respectively. Ask yourself, are you drinking that much consistently every day? Mistake number 5, believing that walking alone is enough. Now, don't get me wrong, walking is good, but walking alone doesn't prevent muscle loss. Why was? Because walking uses only a narrow range of muscle fibers, and it doesn't apply enough resistance to stimulate growth. To fight sarcopenia, you need resistance training. Simple body weight movements like standing from a chair, light squats, or using resistance bands. And you don't need a gym. You need commitment. So here's the truth. Every day you eat the wrong breakfast. Every hour you sit without standing up. Every time you skip protein or forget to hydrate, you are, without meaning to, helping sarcopenia win. But the good news? Every single one of these mistakes can be reversed. Right now. Today. The question is, will you? Let me know in the comments, Rash. Have you been making any of these 5 mistakes? Which one surprised you the most? Because in the next section, I'll show you how to rebuild lost muscle. Even if you're over 70, with a daily 5-minute strategy you can start tomorrow morning. Number 3, the 5-minute morning muscle ritual that reverses muscle loss after 60. Let's be honest. When you're over 60, waking up is no longer about jumping out of bed. It's about checking your knees, rolling your ankles, seeing if your legs will support you today. But what if I told you there's a 5-minute morning routine backed by science that can help reactivate your muscles, reduce cramps, and reverse sarcopenia from the moment your feet touch the floor? This isn't a workout. This is a ritual for survival. Let's get into it. Step 1, the 30-second joint wake-up. Before you stand, while still sitting at the edge of your bed, roll your ankles in circles 10 times each way. Lift your knees up one at a time. Flex and point your toes, washui, because after 7 to 8 hours of stillness, your joints get stiff. According to Johns Hopkins Medicine, morning stiffness in seniors can reduce muscle activation by up to 40%. Warming up the joints first means your legs are ready when you finally stand. Step 2, the 60-second sit and stand muscle activator. Now slowly stand up, then sit back down. Repeat this motion for 1 minute. That's it. This move activates your largest muscle groups, glutes, quads, and core. And according to Harvard Health, Doing this simple movement just 10 times each morning can increase leg strength by over 20% in 3 months without weights. Are you able to do it 5 times? 7 times? 10 times? Count your reps. Track your progress. And don't compare yourself to anyone. This is between you and your future mobility. Step 3, the 1-minute wall press. Stand facing a wall. Place your hands shoulder width apart. Do a gentle wall push-up. Press and release. Do this for 1 minute. Why? Because upper body strength matters too, not just for lifting things, but for catching yourself if you fall. Sarcopenia isn't just about weak legs. It's about total body muscle shrinkage. And the CDC warns, reduced upper body strength increases the risk of fall-related fractures by 45%. That's nearly 1 out of every 2 seniors who fall and break something. Let's not be part of that statistic. Step 4, the 60-second balance builder. Now stand behind a chair or near a counter. Hold it lightly, lift 1 foot off the ground. Try to balance for 30 seconds each leg. This builds your stabilizing muscles, the small ones that keep you from falling when you trip or twist. According to Tufts University, seniors who practice daily balance exercises reduce their fall risk by nearly 40% in just 12 weeks. That's real. That's powerful. And it takes less than 1 minute. Step 5, the 30-second deep breathing reset. Last step, stand tall, inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 2, exhale through your mouth for 6, repeat 3 times. Why breathing? Because shallow, anxious breathing, especially in the morning, triggers stress hormones that decrease muscle repair and increase inflammation. This 30-second reset shifts your body into recovery mode. It tells your muscles, you're safe, you're supported, let's rebuild. So there it is, 5 minutes, no equipment, no excuses. And here's the challenge. Do it every morning for the next 7 days straight. Track how you feel, notice how your legs respond, feel your balance improve, your energy change. If you're willing to try it, leave a comment that says, I'm in. Because this isn't about working out, it's about waking up with strength. Are you ready? In the final part, I'll share the emotional payoff of taking control of your muscles and how it can change your independence, your identity, and even your future. Number 4, your muscles remember who you were and who you can be again. Let me tell you something I've learned after 50 years of working with the human body. Muscles remember, even after decades of damage, neglect, or simple aging. Your muscles, deep in their fibers, remember what it felt like to be strong, to lift your grandchild without pain, to stand up without thinking, to walk to the corner store just because you felt like it. And when you start giving your body the right signals again, with movement, with breath, with the right fuel, that memory returns. It may not happen in one day, but I've seen men in their 70s, women in their 80s, reclaim power they thought was gone forever. And the moment they do, something else returns too. Dignity. You see, muscle loss isn't just about health, it's about identity. When you can't open a jar anymore, when you need help getting dressed, when you struggle to get up off the couch, it chips away at how you see yourself. That's why this isn't just a medical issue, it's emotional, it's spiritual, it's about how you show up in your life. I've looked into the eyes of patients who told me, I used to feel invisible. Until the day they could squat again. Until the day they walked up the stairs without grabbing the railing. Until the day they made their own breakfast with steady hands. And you know what? That power is still inside you. It never left. It was just waiting for a signal. Now here's something most doctors won't say. Exercise alone isn't enough. You can do all the right movements, follow every morning routine. But if you don't feed your muscles what they need to repair, you're just burning out a broken system. Let me be blunt. You can't rebuild with no materials. You can't fix a house without bricks. And you can't grow muscle without protein. But here's the catch. Not all protein is created equal. The protein in many senior diets is low quality, hard to digest, or simply not absorbed well after age 60. That's why your body might still be losing strength, even if you eat enough. And that's why you eat in the morning, matters more than you think. Let me plant a seed in your mind. There's one food, often overlooked, cheap, accessible, packed with more bioavailable protein per ounce than eggs. It's not a fancy supplement. It's not something you need to order online. It's something your grandmother probably ate. This food has helped thousands of older adults build back strength in rehab centers across America. And in the next video, I'll show you exactly what it is, why it works better than eggs, and how to use it to block muscle loss from the moment you wake up. Because the way you start your morning defines the way your muscles perform all day long. Before we end, I want you to close your eyes for a second. Imagine yourself 6 weeks from now. You're waking up with more energy. You're walking without grabbing the counter. You're lifting a bag of groceries without second-guessing your knees. You feel proud, not just because of how you look, but because you did this. You showed up. You fought for your body, and you gave yourself back the gift that aging tried to steal. Strength. That is the power of one decision. So let's not stop here. Let's go deeper, because your muscles are listening, and your next bite could change your next decade. If you've ever wondered, what should I eat to build muscle without hurting my joints or kidneys? If you're tired of protein powders, shakes, and things that upset your stomach, then don't miss the next video. This food has more protein than eggs. Prevent muscle loss in seniors. You won't believe what it is, but once you know, you'll never skip it again. So tell me, if you could add just one food to rebuild your strength, what would it be? Leave your guess in the comments. I'm reading every single one, and I'll see you in the next video. You made it to the end, and that says something powerful. It says you still care. It says you still believe that your body, no matter how old, no matter how tired, still deserves strength, still deserves respect, still deserves a second chance. Muscle loss is not your fate. Weak legs are not your destiny. Sarcopenia may be silent, but so is your power. Until you decide to wake it up. You've now seen the enemy. And you've learned the first step to fight back. Not with pills, not with promises, but with action. Simple, doable, morning action. And that's where true freedom begins. On your own 2 feet. So let me ask you, are you ready to stop watching your body shrink and start rebuilding it? Are you ready to trade fear for strength and helplessness for control? If so, write one word in the comments below: begin. That's it. Let the world know you're starting today. And if this video has sparked even a flicker of hope inside you, please subscribe, because this channel exists for one reason: to make sure you never feel alone in this fight. Now listen closely. There's one more piece of this puzzle we haven't touched yet. One tool so overlooked, it's probably sitting in your kitchen right now. A single food that's richer in protein than eggs, more muscle-saving than protein shakes, and most importantly, easy to digest for aging bodies. In tomorrow's video, I'll reveal this powerhouse food, why seniors should eat it before 9 a.m., and how it can help you build more muscle, even in your 70s or 80s, because sometimes healing starts not with a workout, but with what's on your plate. So stay tuned, because your journey is just beginning.